Hey everyone, MSX here, and recently I've managed to, well, as you can see from the title, pick up some more stuff. Unlike last video, there isn't a whole lot of gaming console per se. It's more so there is some games and then just upgrades for my computer. So let's actually start with the games. In the last recent pickup, I supplemented more my Dreamcast, so now I'm going to do Sega Saturn. First thing I got here is a stall, a very nice platformer, 2D platformer. I think it's made by Sega since it has the Sega at the top. Also, what's very weird about this game is that, as you can see from the spine, they didn't put any name. You just have the company, I get, or I'm not sure if it's publisher or developer. I'm pretty sure developer, but you got Sega, big empty space, and the Sega Saturn logo. It's very weird. And this brings me to a gripe I hate about these cases. You can see these break very easily. And what's more is that I'm convinced that this case was owned by collectors since it's in pretty much pristine condition except for that crack. And also, if you take a look inside of Sega Saturn games, there's this foam piece here. This foam piece was always given in brand new copies of Saturn and CD games. They just sit here in this little area if you wonder what these pegs are. And I guess it's more so to keep the disc cushioned and safe. And a good chunk of people just threw these out. Only collectors kept this. So considering that when I picked up the game it was like this and everything else is in pristine condition, there's no scratches on the disc, it makes me think that this was owned by a collector and some idiot in the store dropped and broke the case, which really pisses me off. Now, and more so, these cases are practically irreplaceable. If you want to get another one, you have to go online and find the Sega Saturn or Sega CD game that no one wants, and then buy it, basically, and take out the inserts and just swap the manuals. I mean, it's not that hard to do, but it's trying to find another case in good condition. That makes it hard. And yeah, very weird how Sega just left this entirely blank. It makes no sense. Here's some little screens, shots from the game. This is a beautiful 2D side-scroller. The Sega Saturn and Neo Geo AES are the best consoles to ever do 2D. They have the most pristine 2D sprites. Love the Saturn and Neo Geo 2D so much. It's like awe-inspiring. Something that consoles today just don't seem to do. Anyways, next game here I have is Solar Eclipse. What irks me is that this one's also broken. Freaking hate these cases. This is basically a on-rail shooter like Star Fox. Let's see, this was made by Crystal Dynamics, which actually put out a lot of games on the 3DO. This game, really cheap. To get a complete box in good condition is only $10, so I'd recommend it. Also, what's nice is, you know how in Star Fox when you're flying you have the little transmissions from your pilots, whatever. Well, I'm not sure if you can really see. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, you also have transmissions in this game, but they actually use real actors with sound clips, which is okay. I never noticed I said ass-kicking bosses there. And yeah, this is a pretty good game. As you can see, more actors acting and stuff. And I don't know why my camera's suddenly taking a picture of this. I'm probably accidentally hit the button, but anyways, the major problem I have with this game is the fact that it's on the Sega Saturn. What do I mean by that? The draw distances are complete garbage. You can barely see 2 feet in front of you, which makes this game hard. It's more so comes down to memorization, which, in my opinion, does not do well. If this was like on the PS1, it probably would have been an awesome game. The problem is the draw distance in this game just really kills the experience. So have fun trying to predict what's going to be in coming up in 2 seconds. Aside from the draw distance, the controls are actually pretty good. So for $10, can't beat this game. Also, I highly recommend you pick up a stall. It's not that long. It's really fun. Same goes for this. Just the draw distance kills this one. Also, another amazing game, which hard to believe this one's actually in mint condition, is Clockwork Night. This is a platformer by Sega. I believe this was a launch title for the Saturn. It's pretty dang fun. Controls okay, although his jump's a little iffy or stiff. Beautiful graphics, and all in all, for most Saturn collectors, this is of course a must get. It's also a 2D platformer, and the graphics quality is just amazing. The Saturn definitely does the best 2D gaming out of any console I've ever seen. I'd say Saturn does better 2D games than the 360, PS3, and well, we haven't seen any 2D stuff on the Wii U yet, but yeah. When I saw this game, in the store, the Game Dude, I was like, yes, oh my god, this is like a mint condition, and they had this game and Clockwork Night 2. I wanted to get both of them together so bad. The problem is I was also getting a stall, so it's like, why? No, I ended up just getting the first Clockwork Night just to see how it is. Second Clockwork Night, as I could tell, is identical, only different levels. Probably running off the same engine and everything. Anyways, definitely a must get. These are 3 must get games, I can safely say. Dang, I wanted to say something about Clockwork Night, but I forgot. Oh yeah, this probably shows that my Saturn is on its last legs, but it ran Solar Eclipse, a stall, Nights, Mist, okay, but for whatever reason, it could not read Clockwork Night. It sounded like when the disc was spinning in there, the Saturn sounded like an engine revving up. It's like, oh dear. Fortunately, I found the Sega Saturn emulator called SSF that plays the retail discs. You just put in your CD drive and it plays that. It doesn't play ROMs. So I did manage to try out the game, and I really loved it. But now I just need to get my Saturn fixed. Bleh. So that's what I got in terms of Sega Saturn. Now the rest of the pickups aren't per se games. It's more so things I needed for my PC. First thing I got, which I can't unfortunately show you since I put it in my computer yesterday, was more RAM. I don't know how, but me and my dad somehow overlooked the RAM, and I only had 8 gigs in here, and I don't know how we both overlooked that, because at first he thought he put 16 in there, so it's like, how did we miss that? Either or, one thing I like about my house is that we're never short of computer parts, so there's this spare computer that's just sitting around, so I opened it up and stole the RAM out of there, and now I have 16 gigs in there. Another thing, which I just got back from Fry's for, finally got a SSD, a nice 250 gigabytes. Excuse me, jeez. A nice, decent size. What was the read-write speed on this? It was 540 and 250. I have a mechanical, 2 terabyte hard drive, which read-write speed is like 96, 94. So, this is already a gigantic mark improvement. There were like the 120s or whatever that had like 540 and or like 550 and then like 550 read and then like 515 write, which is pretty good, but for not too much more, I might as well have double the capacity, and even though 250 may not seem that high compared to the others, hey, it's still more than double to what my hard drive does now. You know, mechanical hard drive. So finally got a nice SSD, 250 gigabytes. Also, another thing which I've needed for a long time, but I've been holding out because I wanted to collect other stuff first, which unfortunately didn't even happen, so I just said screw it, I cannot put it off any longer or wait. But I finally got a new headset, and I drop it. Let's see, this is a Corsair wireless 7.1 surround Vengeance, which is actually the same as my RAM, ironically. Yeah, really need to get a new wireless headset, because what I've been using to record was this. If you want to record, you know, just like, you know, microphone or whatever, I recommend, if you have an iPhone or iTouch, download iTalk, I think it was. It's a really good app. It got me through some recordings while I didn't have a headset, but now I do have a headset. Finally, an investment I really needed. I put it off for too long. Finally got another one. Also, stay away from Logitech because their headsets are a piece of crap. And the last thing I did, much like stealing the RAM from another computer, I stole another computer monitor, and now I have a nice dual screen setup. This is the monitor I stole from basically a setup that's downstairs no one is using. It's more so like dilapidated setup. It's like there's no keyboard mouse down there anymore. The power cable's missing for the monitor, so I was like, screw it, I'm going to steal the monitor. So now I have a nice dual screen setup, and they're the same monitor, both HP 25-inch. So that really works out nice for me. So yeah. So hopefully now everything will, my computer will run better now that I have more RAM and SSD. I'm going to put in a nice dual monitor so I can do more work. The only thing now that I really didn't upgrade in here is just the CPU. So, mad to that. Although I would like to overclock this CPU because I only have a currently 3.3. And then Pelt put in, or had like a, was it 3.9, then he overclocked it to a 4.2 and it really improved rendering speeds. So I definitely want to overclock so that Vegas works faster and hopefully just my computer overall runs a little faster. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That about do it for this recent pickups video. Thank you for watching, and see y'all later.